Hello everyone, welcome to Headlines of the Day. This is 28th of June 2022 and I'm back again with some of the major highlights from the Hindu today. Let's begin our discussion from page number 1 and 8 from GS2 International Relations. There are two articles about the convict terrorist Mir and Hafiz Saeed. So the first one is headlined as Mir's quick trial came ahead of the US Pak meet, and the second one says the significance of Sajid Mir's conviction in Pakistan. From these articles, you have to know why did it take so long for the neighboring country to convict terror leaders and conspirators like Mir and Hafiz Saeed. Also, why did Pakistan take action against Mir now? And what is the Financial Action Task Force? Further on, what are FATF's grey and black list and why is Pakistan on grey list? And also the consequences of being in the FATF grey list. Moving further on page number 1 itself from GS3 Economy Sector, the article is headlined as India's gig workforce to reach 2.35 crore by 2030. So Social Security, work accident insurance among Niti Aayog's recommendation. And from this article, you have to know what are the key findings of recent study released by Niti Aayog for gig workforce and its recommendations. Alright, moving further on page number 1 itself from GS2 International Relations, there's an article that says PM invites G7 nation to invest in clean energy, and this is ahead of the recent G7 summit that was held in Germany. And from this article, you have to know about the key highlights of the G7 recent meeting. Also know about the group of G7 and its objectives. Further on, page number 5, GS2 Polity and Governance, there's an article that says Tamil Nadu asks Andhra Pradesh to suspend supply of Krishna water from July 1. And from this article, you have to know about the Krishna River water dispute, latest development which stirred this dispute, the challenges and what can be the possible way ahead. Moving further on page number 6 from GS2 Polity and Governance, there's an editorial article that is headlined as States, Freebies and the Cost of Fiscal Profligacy. And from this article, you have to know, is borrowing and spending on freebies sustainable? Is this the best possible use of public money? Further on, what is their opportunity cost and what is it the public are collectively giving up so that the government can fund these payments? Also, you have to know, should not there be some checks on how much can be spent on them and what lies ahead? Moving further on page number 7 from GS2 International Relations, the article is headlined as Modi's two summits, UAE trumps G7. So UAE was bigger investor in India in 2021 than Germany and France combined. From this article, you have to know what is the agenda of upcoming bilateral summit between India and the United Arab Emirates. Also know about the current India-UAE synergy, changes since the pandemic, key analysis and what can be the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 8 from GS3 Economy Sector, the article says A History of Sterlite Copper Plant in Thoothukudi. From this article, you have to know why the local communities oppose the functioning of copper plant in Tuticorin and also has its closure impacted the Indian copper industry. Moving further on page number 9 from GS2 Polity and Governance, the article is headlined as When Defection is a Mere Detour for an MLA. And from this article, you have to know what is anti-defection law, grounds of disqualification and also related issues and ways to handle them. Alright, moving further on page number 12 from GS2 International Relations, the article says India-European Union resume FTA negotiations. So this article is about the free trade agreement between European Union and India after a gap of over 8 years. And from this article, you have to know what is the significance of resuming India and the European Union's negotiation for long pending trade and investment agreement. Moving further on page number 12 itself from GS2 International Relations, the article is headlined as India-Malaysia discuss defense ties and both the countries to upgrade the HADR operations. From this article, you have to know about existing defense cooperation activities and framework between India and Malaysia, the recent developments and future prospects. Moving further on page number 12 from GS2 Polity and Governance, the article is headlined as World Bank approves $250 million loan to boost India's road safety. From this article, know about the World Bank's recent approval of a $250 million loan to support the government of India's road safety program and its significance. Moving further on page number 12 itself from GS2 Polity and Governance, another article that says Sikar in Rajasthan tops school grading index at district level. And from this article, you have to know what are the key takeaways from the Ministry of Education's Performance Grading Index for districts for the year 2019. Moving further on page number 13 from GS3 Economy Sector, there's an article, Centre may raise small savings rate. And from this article, you have to know what are the various rates applicable on small savings instrument. And with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Headlines of the Day, The Hindu. I hope you liked the video. We'll see you with more such videos. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.